Welcome to the Navigator tutorial on how to do a question detail report. We'll get to the question detail report by hovering over Reports and going to Quick Reports. We'll then click on Question Detail Report. Once this page opens up, we'll have to go in and choose our settings. So we're going to choose Research Study of Exit Interviews. We're just going to do all time for the reporting period. We're going to go in and see a little bit of the differences between reasons and ratings. First, we're going to choose reasons. And then we're going to go in and choose reasons. Our priority filter will be most important, and then our inclusion factor is going to be on the termination date. Now, like I said earlier, when we choose our question, if we just look at reasons, the result type, it only gives us two selection types of the results. It either gives us reasons or text responses. If I go into a question that states rating, I get ratings, reasons, and text responses. So let's just take a look at rating of employer. And we're going to go down all these result types. We're just going to choose ratings, and then we're going to hit Run Report. By hitting Run Report, we basically get exactly that. We get the rating of the employer. So if we look at this chart, we see all the different categories of the ratings, excellent all the way down to poor. It shows us the total respondents in this time frame. We see 262 excellent at 21.2%, all the way down to 206 in the poor category for 16.7%. Underneath this is the Work Institute comparison. This gives us a good comparison of what the averages of most companies look like versus this particular client. As we've said in previous tutorials, we always want to have an excellent rating of 30% or above. This client has a much lower rating than the 30% we strive for. The same thing could be said for the fair and the poor ratings. We want those to be under 15% total, but you can see this particular client is at almost 35%. If we scroll to the next page, we can look at this information via a bar graph, and we can see 21.2% in the excellent range and about 35% between fair and poor. If we scroll to the next graph, we see that other Work Institute clients have a high rating of 31.8% in the excellent range, all the way down to 6% for a poor rating. So this just gives us a broad overview of what our ratings look like and how they compare to other Work Institute clients. If we go into reasons, another box pops open and we want to make sure we check the priority filter. We're going to choose most important for this one, and then we're going to run the report. Once we run the report, the first page that comes up is a rating of excellent and why people have given it this particular rating. So we see that 54 people out of 262 people that have responded with excellent say that coworkers and teamwork are one of the big reasons why they give this employer such a high rating. So as we continue to scroll through these, we can see very good rating, we see a good rating, we see fair, all the way down to poor. So we see 59 out of 204 people that gave poor rating feel that management could improve. So as we go through this, we can see it on different types of bar graphs, and you can see the entire population through this bar graph, all the way from coworkers and teamwork to the most responses, to some of the lowest responses, to time factor, management factor, ratings of this nature. And then as we keep going through the graph, we're going to go past the last poor rating of the employer, and then we can see kind of as a comparison what the Work Institute database comparison looks like for rating of employer. Total rewards is one of the biggest ratings winners for excellent. If we go a little bit deeper, for very good, total rewards once again, and so on. So we're going to go back into report settings, and instead of looking at reason type now, we're going to actually go into the text responses, and we're going to hit Run Report. Now what the text responses are going to show is exactly that. The ratings are going to start with excellent and work all the way through poor. So as we start looking at the ratings, we see excellent, we see a reason code, we see a reason description of type of work, and then we see the verbatim or the text comment. I enjoyed the type of work I was doing for the company. I enjoy patient care. As you scroll through, you'll see more excellent ratings and the reasons why they were given excellent ratings. If we scroll all the way to the back, these are obviously the poor ratings. And if we just scroll up and look at one, improve the time factor, shift the schedule, they increased the work days, they lowered my hours to part-time, base pay, they reduced the raise from 3% to 1%. So these are just giving reasons why they were given a poor rating. This gives you a basic overview of the question detail report. It's pretty straightforward and simple. Thank you for joining this Navigator tutorial.